In his brilliant book, The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel drops a brutal truth bomb. He writes, "Wealth is what you don't see. It's the expensive cars not bought and the massive mortgages entirely avoided." Hi, I'm Ray. Today we are tearing down the illusion of real estate wealth. We're basically trained from childhood to view buying a house as the ultimate sign you've made it. We see a 20-something holding keys to a luxury 3 BHK and instantly think, wow, they are wealthy. But here is the data. Nearly 68% of young home buyers regret their purchase. Why? Because that dream home turned into a liquidity black hole. They look rich on Instagram, but they are secretly broke. We're going to look at the financial x-rays of two identical Bengaluru techies, Arjun and Dev. One bought the massive dream house and trapped himself. The other played an invisible game of wealth and completely hacked the system. Let's get into it. 65% of your salary gone before you even wake up on the first. You know that feeling when your salary hits your bank account? It's a clean, straightforward win. You do the work, you get paid, the number goes up. But then, you decide to step into the world of Indian real estate. And suddenly that simple, happy math completely evaporates. Poof, gone. We're basically trained from childhood to view buying a house as the ultimate sign you've made it. You get the keys to a massive concrete box and you think, wow, I am basically Ambani now. But let me burst that bubble. For most of us, it's a complete financial mirage. The line between owning an asset and just feeding a massive liability gets super blurry. The exact second you sign your life away on a 20-year home loan agreement. Today, we are decoding the reality of buying your first home as a young professional. And don't worry, we're making this painfully visual. First, let's bust a massive myth. The classic family lecture. Beta, renting is throwing money away. To dismantle that idea, we have to look at a strict cash flow framework. It's a simple rule. An asset is something that puts cash into your pocket on a regular basis. A liability is something that takes cash out of your pocket. So using that logic, until your home loan is 100% paid off, that house is actually the bank's asset, not yours. Look at the reality here. You are literally paying for the privilege of building the bank's wealth every single month. You're paying property taxes, maintenance, insurance, and of course, that massive EMI. EMI stands for Equated Monthly Installment, or as I like to call it, everything my income. To make this real, let's look at two Gen Z techies in Bengaluru, Arjun and Dev. They are the exact same age and both take home 1.5 lakhs a month. Let's start with Arjun. Arjun is our classic FOMO buyer. He wants that immediate visible status. He falls hard for lifestyle creep, that silent killer where your spending rises perfectly in sync with your income. So he buys a luxury 3 BHK in a premium society for 1.2 crores. He scrapes together 20 lakhs for a down payment, meaning he takes on a staggering 1 crore home loan. At current rates, his monthly EMI is a soul-crushing 87,000 rupees. This pushes his debt-to-income ratio, basically how much of your salary is eaten by debt, to an immediate 58%. The moment his salary hits, 87,000 vanishes. He's left with just 63,000 to survive the whole month. That 63,000 has to cover society maintenance, groceries, fuel, and whatever lifestyle he wants to maintain. Because his budget is stretched so incredibly thin, he has absolutely zero cash left for wealth creation. At this point, Arjun's bank balance and his social life have something in common. Both are completely empty. Sure, Arjun looks wealthy on social media. He's posting sunset balcony photos from his 3 BHK. But the underlying reality? It is incredibly fragile. He is living paycheck to paycheck. Let's run a stress test. Fast forward a few years. A massive industry slowdown hits. Annual bonuses are suspended. There's a total hiring freeze. What happens to Arjun when the music stops? He goes into an immediate crisis. The bank collecting his 87,000 doesn't care that his company froze bonuses. They want their money. One unexpected medical expense, and he's forced to use credit cards just to keep his head above water. The psychological toll is devastating. He absolutely must generate that 87,000 every month to keep his roof. If his manager is toxic, he can't quit. He can't risk a startup. He has zero career autonomy. He is effectively a prisoner in his own expensive living room. Now let's contrast that with Dev. Dev is playing an entirely different, invisible game of wealth. Dev cares more about keeping his money flexible than showing off. He buys a modest 2 BHK for 70 lakhs. Just like Arjun, Dev puts down 20 lakhs. But his loan is only 50 lakhs. This brings his monthly EMI down to a much more peaceful 43,000 rupees. Let's calculate Dev's debt-to-income ratio. 43,000 out of his 1.5 lakh salary means he's sitting at a comfy 29%. And 29% is the absolute magic number. It gives his bank account room to breathe. He comfortably starts a 30,000 rupee monthly SIP in equity mutual funds. SIP just means systematic investment plan. It's like an automated gym membership for your wallet. Plus, Dave still has cash left to travel, order food, and handle emergencies without a panic attack. During that same massive industry slowdown we talked about, Dave isn't sweating. He has a cash buffer. He sleeps perfectly fine at night. He doesn't have to tolerate a toxic boss because he isn't desperate. He kept his career freedom. When the market eventually recovers, Dave gets a 2 lakh performance bonus. And he does something highly strategic with it. He doesn't go buy a new designer watch. He takes that entire 2 lakhs and makes a direct prepayment on his home loan principal. You might think, 2 lakhs against a 50 lakh debt? That's like throwing a pebble at a mountain. But here is how bank loans actually work. The interest is heavily front-loaded. In the early years, most of your EMI is just pure profit for the bank. Very little pays off the actual house. When Dave drops a lump sum directly on the principal early on, he basically time travels. He instantly wipes out all the interest that the bank would have charged on those 2 lakhs over the next 15 years. That single early prepayment actually shaves 5 full years off Dave's 20-year loan. It's basically a financial cheat code. He saves over 10 lakhs in future interest outgo. But capping the EMI is only step 1. Dev used a second trick called the parallel interest offset strategy. Instead of just paying the bank and praying the house goes up in value, you run an equity SIP completely parallel to your home loan. The math is simple. Set up an SIP equal to exactly 25% of your EMI amount. Dave's EMI is 43,000. So he automatically routes roughly 11,000 rupees into a broad market index fund. Over his 15-year loan, he pays the bank about 41 lakhs in total interest. But that parallel 11,000 SIP, growing at historical market averages, it swells to over 50 lakhs. The investment returns completely wipe out the cost of the mortgage interest. You are literally forcing the stock market to pay the interest on your house. You end up with a fully paid off house and a massive liquid portfolio. Now let's talk about the final boss, Indian taxes and legal loopholes. You can deduct up to 2 lakhs of your interest payment directly from your taxable income under Section 24B, plus another 1.5 lakhs on the principal repayment under Section 80C. That's 3.5 lakhs shielded from taxes. Want to double that? If you take a joint loan with a working spouse, you both get to claim those exact same deductions individually. That's up to 7 lakhs of combined household income hidden from the taxman every year. Also, states want to empower women financially. Registering the property in a woman's name gets a discount on stamp duty. Finally, never blindly trust the bank's legal check. They only care if they can recover their loan if you default. Don't just trust the bank's lawyer. Hiring your own independent legal counsel for 50,000 is cheaper than losing 50 lakhs on a disputed plot. Think of it as insurance for your sanity. To wrap it all up, here is your 3-point survival checklist for buying a house. 1. Keep your EMI under 35% of your net income. 2. Run a parallel SIP. Buy what you need, invest the rest. 3. Hire an independent lawyer. Prudent leverage is about buying a home that serves your life, not a home you have to serve. Take control. If this video just saved you from a 20-year financial trap, do your cash flow a favor. Hit like, subscribe, comment below, and follow ZrrRing. We're decoding the rest of your money myths next. See you there. If